Tell me this is AI. Tell me this is AI. Because ain't no way on God's green earth.
What would you do if you took your 13-year-old phone away from her? Maybe for punishment. You just took the phone away from her and you found out that she was destroying your truck while you're at work. So the brother was recording it while she was hitting the truck with an axe. Hitting it so bad that she wanted to destroy it because she was angry that you took her phone from her. What would you do if you find out? You just saw the video, you're at work trying to make money and you find out that your child is destroying your car just because you took her phone from her. What would you do? Because this is insane. In fact, I don't even think this can happen in Africa. If you even see, in fact, if people that are passing on that street see her doing something like that, they don't even know the family, they don't know the mother or they don't know what happened though. The way they will beat her, the way they will beat her. The way they will beat her. In fact, they will take her for deliverance because this is not normal. How would your parents take your phone away from you and you are that angry that you start destroying their truck? You guys, what will you do? Because this is crazy. I have a reaction on this video. Let's watch what people are saying on this video. Then we'll come back and talk about it.
Did you see this video of that 13-year-old crashing out after the mom took away her daughter's cell phone, and while she was at work, the little brother took this video of her taking a pickaxe to the family pickup truck? That truck has to be at least $55,000, and she makes numerous holes in the back of the bed of the pickup to justify her rage that she no longer has a cell phone. And something tells me she needs more than just her cell phone taken away. Okay? I hope this mom went down to the police station, filed a police report, and had her daughter processed, because you need to teach your daughter that your actions have serious consequences, especially when it involves taking a gardening tool and damaging family's property. Like, girl, honestly, be so for real.
There's a video of a girl destroying her parents' truck with a pickaxe because she was mad they took her phone. And let me tell you right now, if I was her parents, bro, the ass whooping she would have gotten. Like, that video still has me shocked because I just cannot believe she is destroying her parents' truck because they took her phone. Like, what went through her head to be like, oh, my parents took my phone? Oh, now I'm gonna destroy your car. Like, what type of, response is that? Like, if that were me and I decided to do that to my parents' car because they took my phone, I actually don't know what would happen to me. Like, I wouldn't be living with my parents anymore. Like, with my parents, after I got my ass beat, they'd probably send me to military school or, like, some, camp for a few months because they wouldn't keep me in their house if I did that shit. Because my parents would not play about that. And, I cannot imagine just, what is her thought process of, destroying your parents' truck? Like, I feel like her parents, there's no way they parent her, because if she has the audacity to do that, there's no way she fears any type of repercussion or consequences from her parents. Because acting like that and destroying your parents' car, that is a sign that you have never had any discipline. Your parents probably don't care about you, or they just let you do whatever you want. And that is something that just, I don't understand how you tolerate.
Like right now. Tell me this is AI. Tell me this is AI. Because ain't no way on God's green earth. What's the word more gentle than gentle parenting? Because that's where this is right now. Woo, to the comments. I am not this level of white, apparently, because she'd wake up in another dimension. Time out. Because I'm as white as you can get, but there ain't no way. Ain't no way. It has to be fake. There is no way. Guess what? They will apologize to her for taking her phone. I hope not. Let me talk to those parents. Tell her she's going for a vacation and bring her to me in Kenya. She'd wake up in a whole new world. A whole new world. Might not see. African mom is asking if that's AI. I'm asking too. African mom just slapped me for showing her this video.
This summer, this mom took her 13-year-old daughter's phone away from her. And while she was at work, this is the video her son sent her. Yes, you are seeing this correctly. This 13-year-old is holding a pickaxe and is using it to puncture holes in the back of her parents' truck. She hits it a total of 35 times and then does this. As if that wasn't enough, she then goes on to hit it another over 20 times, putting holes against the entire back of this truck, all while her brother films this happening, which may be for his safety, like he knows better than to say something. He knows when his sister has this look in her eye that he needs to stay away and is simply recording it just to show that he is an innocent bystander. I can tell you with absolute certainty, having a brother and a sister, if I had just sat around and watched, even if I recorded it, I would be in as much trouble as my sister who was causing this damage. As a mom, I can tell you anyone who was around and didn't stop something like this happening at my house, everyone would be in big trouble.
A video of that little girl smashing her parents' truck with a pickaxe, that's not gentle parenting, that's unchecked parenting. Gentle parenting don't mean you just let your kid run wild. It means that you lead with connection, accountability, and consequences, not just yelling and fear. The issue isn't that her parents were too soft. It's that nobody ever taught her boundaries, respect, and what happens after no. I'm raising mine to express their emotions without exploding when they don't get their way. That takes structure, conversation, and consequences, because discipline without fear is possible. It just takes more work. If that was my daughter, first off, she wouldn't have a phone indefinitely. Second, there would be no rides for me, no drop-offs, no hanging out. And lastly, we'll sit down, not to yell, but to get to the root of where that type of explosion came from. Because smashing up your parents' truck ain't just about the phone. It's about years of unprocessed emotion, no guidance, no real consequences, and most likely a screen addiction. Follow if you're raising emotionally intelligent kids who still know how to respect and know. I appreciate it.
I just watched this video on TikTok that a dad posted. His 13-year-old daughter was beating the back of his truck with a pickaxe and just putting massive holes in it, and on the screen it said he had took her phone away and she's 13 and that's how she's reacting. I was like, wow, that's crazy. My daughter's 12. I've taken her phone away a few times. I took it away like 2 weeks ago, and every time I've taken it away, she's come to me and said, Dad, I totally understand why you did that. I made a mistake. I have a problem. And she admits fault. And she understands why I took her phone away. She understands she's getting reprimanded. And that's how it's handled in my house. She's never went ape shit like that 13-year-old did. And thank God my daughter's not that way. But I think it's because how I raise her and communicate with her. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments.
Did you happen to see that video that the lady posted, how she took her 13-year-old's phone away and then went to work, and her son proceeded to send her a video while she was at work of her daughter completely destroying their truck? My God, on today. So the creator doesn't allow you to stitch it, and I don't want to get any more, I don't even know what to say anymore without getting flagged for something. I don't want to get in trouble by saying the wrong thing. So I'm just going to post a screenshot. And if you care enough to look it up, if you haven't seen it, I don't know how you haven't seen it, but this is absolutely ridiculous. And I'm not one to talk about nobody's parenting skills or anything like that. But I turned out okay. And I was very aware of the belt, like very familiar, like up close and personal action. Me and the belt, we go a long ways. We've come a long ways. I'm just saying. I'm just gonna throw that out there, because what? Like, really? Really? Look at this. Just randomly decided to pick up a pickaxe and destroy a car over a phone I'm sure she doesn't even pay for. I don't know. I'm a firm believer that there are no bad children.
I'm sure, like me, by now you've probably have seen the the video of the girl, she's like 12, 13 years old, taking a pickaxe to her father's truck, to the back of her father's truck, all because her father took her phone away from her. And I think there's a hashtag going with that, gentle parenting fails. This is not a failure of gentle parenting. What this is a failure of follow through. I'd be willing to bet money this is a failure of follow through. This girl felt safe enough to pick up a pickaxe and start basically tearing holes into her father's truck because she knew that nothing bad would happen to her. She knew. And I can guarantee you this girl has gotten crazier and crazier with every punishment because she knows that if she gets crazy enough, if she gets unruly enough, that her parents will give in to her because they can't deal. And she knows this. She knows her parents will not deal with her. That's why she gets crazier. That's why. Because she knows they won't deal with her. You don't have to be physically punish your child, but you do have to follow through with the punishments, and you do have to keep them up, long enough so that they feel it. They feel the punishment. It has to be enough so that they won't think twice about doing something like that again. You can't do something for a couple of days and be like, well, that's good enough. No, especially when they're that nuts. No. You gotta remember, CPS, according to CPS, you only need to provide basic stuff, like, clothes, a roof over their head, a bed for them to sleep in, food, and you gotta make sure they get to school if they're old enough for school. That's it. According to CPS, that is the bare minimum that you need to provide. And when you're dealing with a kid like that, you need to go back to basics. You need to go back to the bare minimum. And if they do need any kind of electronics for, say, school, because I know the last couple of years that my daughter was in, my son and daughter were in high school, they had to have Chromebooks for several classes. If that's the case, you get the Chromebook that the school offers, and you keep that Chromebook somewhere hidden in between whenever she needs to. If she only needs it for homework, then that's the only time she gets it. It's homework. I can guarantee you, if you did that long enough, I'm talking months. I'm not talking a few days. I'm talking months. Like an entire school year. Because trust me, I would make her live like that for every dollar equaling a day. For every dollar you spent to fix that truck, that's a day she lives like that. She lives with base, and yes, she is probably going to turn into a demon at first. She's going to be a demon. She's probably going to wreck every day. And here's what you do. If she does act like that, you add the days onto her punishment. I don't care if she spends the entire high school year, her entire high school years, living with basic stuff. Clothes, food, bed, with just the bare minimum parenting, with the bare minimum that you need to provide. If she has to live her entire 4 years, she will eventually stop. When she realizes you are not giving in to her, she will stop. I'm not saying that's when you stop, but you can start slowly giving back privileges to her. Maybe you can start with her phone, but honey, she only needs the bare minimum. She only needs food, a bed, clean clothes, a clean house, and she needs to be able to get to school like she should. I'd be making her ride the bus too. Like I wouldn't even be driving her to school. I'd be making her ride the bus. That's how basic it needs to hurt in a different way. Like, you don't need to physically hurt her, but she's going to have to be like seriously thinking twice before she ever acts like that again. And here's why it's important. You need to get her under control. You need to get that child under control. Because if you don't, she will eventually do that to someone else. And one of two things is going to happen. You are either going to have to go bail that child out of jail, or you're going to be her because somebody else decided that enough was enough. Okay? It's time to get her under control now. And before anybody comes into my comments talking about, well, she might be autistic, she might be Asperger's, she might have oppositional defiance. I think I have 2 autistic kids. They don't act like this. And this is not me being a supreme parent, but honey, because when my child did act like this, my son was mad at me because he wanted an iPad. He had gotten just a Amazon Fire, one of those Fire Kindle tablets. My sister, I think, is the one who got it for him. Yeah, it was a cheap tablet, but he was only like 14 at the time, 13, 14. He didn't really need anything that expensive, but he wanted an iPad. He had seen them and he wanted one. And I told him, you already got a tablet. So you know what he does? He breaks the tablet. Do you know what I did? I took the tablet away, and it was a year before he got another one. I did not replace that tablet. I did not. And when he finally got another tablet back, he did not complain. He did not. In fact, he takes very good care of his electronics now. He takes very good care of them. But he understood that if he acts like that, I will not replace it right away. In fact, it may be a few months before I replace it. So, yeah. It's not about the type of punishment. It's about follow through on that punishment. And yes, I get being a parent is tiring, especially when you got a child that unruly. It can be exhausting. But you need to be stronger than them. And that's the important part. You need to be stronger than them. You need to be stronger than their temper tantrums. You need to be stronger than their willpower. Your willpower needs to be stronger than theirs. Because if it's not, you will be either bailing them out of jail or seeing them go to jail, prison, or you will be burying them. Because the rest of the world will not put up with that behavior. And there's some people out here who will put your child in the ground before they will put up with any kind of behavior like that. You need to get your kid under control. And yes, it's going to be an uphill battle. And yes, and she's probably going to ramp up her behavior. But your will is going to have to be stronger than hers. Period.
I don't think this is gentle parenting field. When they say gentle parenting, they did not say you should not discipline your child or train them in a right way. So if they're saying gentle parenting field, this is not gentle parenting. This is a child that is always getting away with tantrums. She's always getting away with whenever she misbehaves. When you do something to her that gets her angry and she reacts, she always gets away with that reaction. In fact, you guys will not start apologizing to her and tell her, okay, we're sorry, we took your phone away from you. Next time we're not going to do it. Probably that's what you guys usually do. So she's not afraid. Because what will make a 13-year-old think about destroying her father's car just because you took your phone away from you? Hey, you guys, I don't know. The way they see, I don't want to even know what happened. The way they beat that child. In fact, the way they will beat you, I don't think you even think of doing something like that. Let's assume that devil want to use you. You now did something like that. you're in trouble. In fact, with the brother that was recording, all of you are in trouble. And you will never have phone again till you leave the house. I feel like the way they're going to treat her later on is going to determine our progress. Because some of these parents, then they feel like, oh, and we don't want to be too harsh on her, so she's not going to run away from the house. We don't want to, they don't want to come as bad parents, and they're trying to, say they are doing gentle parenting. So they don't want to do the right thing. If they start apologizing to her and say, oh, why did you do that? You shouldn't have done that. Oh, okay, we're sorry. It's because of your phone. Okay, da, da, da. She's going to do it again, and she's going to get worse. These are the kind of children that would destroy the TV, destroy everything in the house just because they are angry. I saw a video of a boy who was very angry. I don't know what his father did to him or his mom did to him. He was very angry, and the woman was recording while he was destroying everything in the house. He broke the TV, was just breaking things, was just very angry. Hey, you guys, I can't relate. So I cannot relate, because me, I'm African woman, I can't relate how a child would be so angry that will break television, and break things, be breaking things that your father bought or your mother bought with their hard-earned money, just because you are angry that they did one, maybe they beat you or they scold you, tiny little scold, and you're angry, you're destroying things. Hey, I feel like the way the parents will react later will determine if these children are going to continue doing things like this. If they are so gentle with them and they don't, be hard on them and be strict, they're going to get worse. They're going to get so worse that they will do it for somebody that is not even their parents. Somebody outside. Imagine somebody outside just piss her off and she'll start doing terrible things. They will just arrest her, because you cannot be found beating somebody outside. They will arrest you. At the end of the day, these are the parents that will start regretting that, oh, these are the things you're supposed to have done when she was young. In fact, the children will grow up hating you and tell you, why didn't you correct all these things while I was, getting out of hand? Because this is insane. And the way the brother was recording this whole thing and the look on her face, is somebody that is so confident that if I do this thing, nothing can happen. Nothing is going to happen. Nobody's going to do anything. Like, she's not afraid. She doesn't have that fear of, what if my brother is recording? What if, hey, she's doing it with her full chest. Anything that wants to happen, let it happen. Why would they take my phone away from me? Phone. They took your phone away from you, and you're destroying, like you went to bring axe and you were hitting it both sides. You're trying to even peel it out. You guys, let me know your take, let me know your thoughts on this video down in the comment section. Respectfully, as always, your girl Mariah David, and thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one.